Hello, viewers, and welcome to this edition of Sensor 360 Investor. And so we're going to start revisiting our review of a couple of lists. One is going to be the SNSR100, and the other one is going to be from the Saturday Night Stock Review composite list from Simcom, which is SNSR-B, Sensor B, B for buyable stocks. And so there'll be a couple of separate videos, and this is all going to lead to resurrecting the whole ONESY portfolio, which I'll do a video on as a kind of a guidance, and that'll be started up in conjunction with finishing up the reboot 24. And so there'll be more information of that later as that rolls out, so you can be up to speed as to the videos and what's happening and the various discussions and portfolio management and so forth. Okay, so let's have a look at this week's SNSR100 list, and we will just take a meander through the charts, see what we have. So this is just this is actually ranked by performance from May, I think. And so let's go for Norwegian cruise line holdings. It's in the sideways pattern. And so what we want to basically look for here, see if there's any good chart patterns which set us up for potential shortlisting and further review of these stocks. So Carnival sideways, same as RCL. This is financials. GGAL. So we can see a nice little. So we want to kind of just look for these uptrends, consolidations, and the ones that we're interested in could be either setting ready to break out or broke out like this one did with a subsequent pullback and then the full pullback opportunity. And as of today, just kind of look behind that opportunity there. Just missed it. Player secure. Okay, nice. This is Royal Caribbean. The first one was Norwegian. So this one's got a little bit of a better pattern. Vital Farms, basing. So here's one uptrend, nice little base. Now coming up the right hand side. It's uptrend. But if I go back to this one, so let's flag that for later review. This is in a nice little flat base. We'll flag that for review. Look through long sideways action. And sometimes, you watch those actions because here we have consolidation and it couldn't quite hold the breakout here, but then came back in, broke out. So the second time that worked. So here's well, the pattern here isn't that fantastic. You've got a deep sell-off, reversal, sideways consolidation, which is kind of all over the place. And here we don't really break out so much. It's just kind of hung around that breakout zone and come back in. So we want to look for nice, clean patterns that give us an opportunity. Here's a good example, right, where you would have seen, obviously it's broken out now, but what we're looking for is the uptrend, nice, clean consolidation, multiple weeks, and look at that breakout, textbook breakout here, which went up over 50%, then forms a second consolidation, and then actually price breakout, comes back in, finally breaks out over here, 93, now it's up to 143. So this is kind of what we're eyeballing to take a look at. So on a pullback or another consolidation, APP would be of high interest. Pullback. So this one, Deckers, we got a nice uptrend, good base here, this base here, came in, base next to this base. So now it's trying to kind of make its move up the right-hand side of this consolidation. And so this is of interest. So this one is looking interesting too from a perspective of early base. I mean early in its basing stage. So this one's still in its base. In fact, this one kind of sometimes people like to buy low in the base and try to get an early head start. So if you tried this particular issue, and you bought say on the bounce of the 200-day line, then you would still be in the stock, but you haven't made any progress from a returns perspective, well, not much because it's just been meandering sideways. It's now starting to kind of move up that right hand side a little bit more. So this is a reversal situation. So we have period down, we have a bottoming action here, bottoming base. Then we can see a trend change start to form here. And you've got a little base going on. So this one might be worth looking at. So a firm, okay, so again, it's coming off a period of sell-off, trend reversal, made a nice little move. We got a nice little uptrend going here. Since then, it's pulled back or corrected, I should say, quite a bit. So roughly that correction is, yeah, is way deep, 60. So you can't really call that a base. Um, it's just a real hard correction. Now it looks like it's off the lows here, a little uptrend, and now it's starting to kind of consolidate. So that one, it's worth taking a look at down the road. So I'll like that for review. So Palantir is on fire. We can see that it was going nowhere. Finally breaks out around here, makes a little consolidation, and then a sideways uh, base next to a base here, breaks out, then goes sideways again, and then it kind of tries to break out, but pops back in. So this one would have been very difficult to hold with canceling rules. But now it's actually caught a bid, and it's kind of it's rocketed off at this stage. Interesting action. So there's some bases are there. You can see for yourself, very obvious. But I'm looking for. So here's another good one to look at. Shark Ninja. It's obviously recent IPO. We've got a nice move up, pretty strong, very short base, strong breakout, and then it's off to the races again at 34% up already. And so stuff like this, the new merchandise like this, which catch a bid like mini rockets, are worth looking at. And in this case, we can see for Shark Ninja, the financials are reasonably good. Low margins, so we can see like 433% growth, 23% growth, so massive acceleration there. And you got revenues, above the 20% for the last 4 quarters, 31% for the most recent quarter. So all the numbers look promising. In fact, so this one warrants further review for an opportunity. So Duolingo is recent IPO not too long ago. It's been a bit scrappy. Um, moving up is so would have been tough to hold at times. Now it's starting to another make a move, but it's just highly volatile, this one. So here we have a real smooth move stock. This has been moving up. Nice strong trend, lots of different bases. Then we've got another sideways, strong sideways consolidation. Finally comes out of that, starting to move up again. So obviously missed the opportunity, but and this one's been around for a little bit, so it's probably getting a little bit uh, long in the tooth. However, there was you have to look at the 23, 22, 23 market action to reset the base counts and stuff like that. So you might be okay, but definitely a strong performing stock. In fact, let's flag that one for the radar. Axon is another nice one, nice strong uptrend, long consolidation, comes out around here, right there, moves up 40 odd percent, longest consolidation, and then another really decent breakout, and it's already up well over 30%. So let's flag this one for further review. So once you've collected, half a dozen to a dozen, then you've got enough to work with. So I'm just going through to see if there's any really stellar opportunities to look at as well. We are there's a lot of stocks that are moving up quite nicely. So here's another good one. So we can see, a nice trend up, height bars. We've got a breakout over here out of this little consolidation, and that one was worth over 100%. Now it's in the sideways consolidation here. So definitely want to take a look at this based on its action so far. This one's reasonable, but no base to work with. That one's not too bad. So I'm just looking for things that I want to shortlist. So this is out of reach at this stage. On a pullback might be possible. So let's include that for now. I can always shake it out on the next pass. This one's a possibility. If I didn't have a lot of other choices, I would definitely want to take a look at this. Cyber. So definitely seeing a lot of possibilities, and this is just in one of the lists that's created, the SNSR100 list. There's a few other lists that make the composite, and we'll refresh and we'll review and revisit that as we start to move towards the ONESY portfolio trading again. Um, so I'll explain that again later on as we get closer to getting that off the ground. It's something that I was doing with the sensor group, Sunday night stock reviews in the previous years. Put it away for this year. Now that the reboot is underway and been fine tuning and testing it, and with the revisitation of the rules that were created, so we can now start getting back into putting this into practical application again, and we can cancel him in trading best friend. So here's another one that's kind of a nice little upward momentum trading stock. So there's a few bases along the way which aren't marked. I mean, obviously, a couple price consolidation down here, little base down here, flat base. There's another one in here which isn't marked. You can see under another one right now. So definitely, I think this one goes on the short list to review. Okay, and that is the end of the list on the SNSR 100. So what did we end up with? So we ended up with roughly, so we flagged 12 stocks, which is more than enough. And from there, then obviously those would go into the next round of research and investigation until it gets narrowed down to yeah, one or two candidates that are that can challenge existing positions in the portfolio for a replacement or uh, a swap in, swap out situation. So we'll leave it here, and we'll get back into the rigor of the routines and the videos, and we'll start analyzing these stocks. And then, as I said at the outset of this meeting, we will begin operations again in terms of running a portfolio with live money and going through the steps, etc., etc. Okay, we'll close it out here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time.